That's what I did today while everybody was at work.
Build a dock and shit for the galleon.
I built a dock and half a base.
Shit, son.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
Yeah, I was told that I'm not allowed to play Black Desert without ego anymore.
All right, what do I need?
Dude, that game. Okay, so I know how it was on the PC, but shit, that game is turned for console at least.
We should be. Yeah, we
So
have.
I know how it was on the PC, but
Got audio. Good.
yeah, we just went live on Facebook. We're not visually live on Facebook, are we?
Probably.
No.
Yep.
I've got the starting soon.
Just in case.
Yeah, we're just audio live. People can just hear what we're saying. It's almost like it's radio.
Ooh.
We've got radio too, don't we?
We will have here in a minute.
I was about to say 3 minutes, right? No, 2 minutes. No.
In 2
Fuck,
minutes,
man.
in
I
2
bet
minutes
it
they
is.
could listen to us on Ironic Radio. Is what you're telling me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be on Ironic Radio. The Ironic Radio,
Yeah.
You're really selling that right now.
isn't it?
You want to push it any harder?
No.
Push. But see what I'm saying, son, about the camera relocation?
Yep.
Puts me more here.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that you're more snap dab.
Yeah, it's because yesterday the camera was so high up, I just looked like I was looking down all the time.
Even though you were looking straight at the fucking screen.
Yeah, I was looking straight at the screens, but it was like, nah. I looked like I was like a triple baked potato.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, the pleasantries. I know.
I'm just
Over.
going to test this new internet connection.
Got 10 seconds.
Oh, you got new internet connection too?
High speeds.
I've been testing mine out today.
All right. And here we are on another wonderful Wednesday. I am, as always, something loud, joined, sewn together, and maybe Super Kamiguru. It sounds like the chains is rattling over there. The man is trying to join us.
Yeah.
The Angry Dandelion. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Welcome, everybody that's listening to us over there on Ironic Radio.
Yeah. Yes, freaking allow. Jesus Christ.
The chats to the stream. Hopefully they work. We'll find out.
Hey, look at that. Look who decided to actually join us.
Look, I had to, do some stuff, alright?
Look, all I'm going to say is don't make me do it. Because I got a button for it. I can actually do this.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you.
The eye's frozen.
Who's, mine or his?
Mine.
Alright, it's a great thing, but it really gets annoying having to constantly refresh it. Anyways, you can come back now, son. Come on back. Let me see if this thing's actually working. Anytime. Hey, there's Sub.
Unfortunately, sir, I can't be doing that.
Yeah, see? Fade to black. Let me reach up here into the fridge and find out what I got going on. Talk amongst yourselves, fellas. What y'all got going on?
Gatorade.
Oh, haterade.
That's what I'm drinking. It's Gatorade.
I keep every single time you say Gatorade, I keep hearing haterade. I'm just saying, not trying to be, bearer of bad news, but sir, that sounded like you said haterade.
It's another
Haterade.
invisible beer.
Yeah, it's open to hit the busy beers.
Delicious IPA.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Delicious IPA. I got delicious ghost, tangerine, and revolver. Is that the one? It's the one that I think they use. They can collab with their. It's a single hop, but it's a different hop every time they make it. That's why they call it Hop Revolver. Like every time you get one, any time of year you get one,
Different hop.
it's going to be a different hop, or according to different regions. Didn't we find that out before, you and I, when we were checking them out before?
Yeah, because I think I had a different hop than
It's
you.
a different hop than the one that we had in North Carolina. So
That is correct, sir.
yeah, I thought you were the one I had done that science experiment with.
Yep.
Gotta love science with beer. Mine, next Wednesday or next Thursday, I get to open a bottle.
Nice.
So Thump's Diablo IPA, brewed fresh by him.
Mmm.
We'll get its first taste test, I think, next week.
Now, Ian, I need to brew another beer at work, man.
As soon as this one comes, like as soon as I open the first bottle of this one, I think that day I'm gonna start brewing my next batch.
Yeah. It went a lot faster this time than I thought it would. So we actually burned through the whole 5 gallons already.
Oh, nice. The residents are using it this time?
Yeah.
Or y'all
Appears
using
so.
it?
It would appear so, man. Or someone's helping themselves.
Just come back into work and you got a bunch of drunk coworkers.
Possibly. I need to put the lock back on the tap handle.
Oh man, yeah. Me and my buddy out at his place. He's got the kegerator with the dual taps coming off the top of it.
Yeah.
And every time we throw a party out there, there are 5 of us in the house that get a wristband, and the wristband has a key to the tap handles on it. So there are 5 people at any given moment that you just find somebody with the key around their wrist, and they can come unlock the tap and get you a beer. But you can't have free reign to the taps. We're sorry. We don't allow that kind of mess. That's just the way every party we've ever had out there, that's the way it's done. Like, we've always got one of those people manning the bar, and the rest of us are kind of like mingling throughout the party and whatnot. But yeah, I can't stand in one place forever. So
Oh man.
having fun up there. So you look like you're playing with shit.
I moved you. I tried to center you up a little bit more on the stream. It was bothering me. I'm sorry, just being OCD over here.
Yeah, it happens. Did you fix the blue on the? Like, how far behind am I?
Did he fix the
I'm
blue?
I'm on the Facebook feed. Yeah, he fixed it.
Yeah, I'm on the YouTube feed.
That one's always faster for some reason.
Yeah,
Dude.
they both look a lot better than they usually do, though. And then that was the point of faster internets.
So I found out what was wrong with my AT&T internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they came out here today and fixed that shite.
What happened?
So what was wrong?
Apparently, the router that they gave me was good for like, I guess, a month. And then they came out with a new router. And apparently the old router didn't support the stuff that we were apparently on at that moment in time.
So your upgrade, you just didn't have a router that was supposed
Dude,
to.
as soon as I opened the door up for the guy, he was like, oh, what was wrong and everything. And then he looked over at the router and was like, you know what? You don't have to tell me. I can tell you right now what your issue is. I was like, really?
Last guy, he said, that's the all-in-one, right? I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, we're going to get rid of that. I was like, where? He goes, yeah. He said, we found those to give us more problems with our network than anything. He said, so now we do this bundle where we give you this is your router, and here is your Wi-Fi connector, and it's a separate unit. He's like, that way you don't have to deal with all of that.
All that mess that you were originally having. Yeah.
He's
Like,
like, because he's like, the Wi-Fi in it seems to be the only thing that stays true, and the network connection, the solid line network connection, is where they were having all the problems. I was like, that's weird, but okay.
yeah, he was like, how long have you like had this? I was like, almost 9 years. He was like, yeah, I haven't seen a house have that, and I've been working with this company for 8 years. I was like,
Oh, damn. You should all
wow.
know that there's technological upgrades. If anything reaches past 2 years, you need to be asking your provider, hey, what kind of new equipment y'all got?
Yeah, because I need to know if this needs to. So this whole time, we've been thinking our Wi-Fi has been dropping and the Ethernet everything's been
funny. Y'all
dropping.
probably lower your internet package again.
I'm fine with the way it is.
I know you are, but I'm saying I know how finances can be.
Okay, true on that one, yes.
Yeah, you could possibly, in your situation, you could possibly lower it again because it wouldn't be as much of a hassle because of the equipment. If it was an equipment issue, they should have just fixed your equipment a long time ago.
No, that wasn't even a question. That was never even a question when we were like, these problems are happening. And you're telling me it's not you.
Yeah, but think about how many
you.
technicians have come out there, and this is the first one to be like, yeah, this shit's fucking ancient.
Mm-hmm. Like, every single time they're like, I don't see a problem. It's like, okay, really? This guy comes through the door and he's like, that's your problem. That needs to go. I was like, okay, so you're telling me you're going to give me a new one? He was like, yes. I was like, am I paying for this new one? He was like, no. I was like, I'm holding you to that statement you're saying right now, because if AT&T comes at me with, you owe me money for this, I'm coming at you with, you said, sir, I ain't paying for this.
Damn dog.
But so far, everything's been running smooth. Usually during the show, I have to wait a few seconds for whenever I switch through tabs to be able to load anything up and catch up with reading or anything like that. I've been sitting here flipping through tabs like crazy today. I'm like, yay.
Oh, yeah?
Same thing with gaming. Gaming, it was taking a while to load in even Sea of Thieves, for F's sakes. That loaded up super quick. Like, instead of sitting there waiting for a little while. Huh?
It's so fun hanging out with our 6-year-old.
I hate you.
He's always got such the protective tongue. He's a foul-mouthed sailor, but he doesn't curse.
You know?
Like, he tries a lot. He spells words every now and again.
Speaking of Sea of Thieves, I'm telling you guys, the new update, whole lot of fun.
I watched Waffle, Lyric, and Shorty the other day play, Tuesday. I watched them yesterday play. And it looked pretty neat. The fishing looked pretty cool. Just the overall way they were running around in the game, it all looked really good. But I mean,
harpoons are OP.
So it feels so much like regression, though. Like, it's so hard. I am so happy where I'm at right now. With them being the same game, basically for me on that level, is I want to be a pirate. well, if I'm going to be a pirate, I want to be on my galleon that has the 28 guns down one side and fucking like.
I can literally build my pirate ship scale to scale of basically what the pirate ships used to be.
Dude, our shit right now, man. Me and Soner.
I can't make the cookies notification go away, and it's really pissing me off. I just need to say that right now.
We should learn more about it.
I hit learn more just to see if it would go away if I learned more and then went back, but it wants me to continue learning more. It knows I didn't read any of it.
It's like, we know, jackass. You just
cookies. We understand. Where's my yes button?
Yeah. I was looking for the X. I was looking for everything, man, and it just won't go away. And I don't. It's right there on the stream, and it's driving me nuts. And anyways, back to Sea of Thieves.
But no, it's the battle for you and I between Sea of Thieves and what we're doing is Sea of Thieves. Like I said, I've watched a lot of the updates so far, and it looks really fun.
Oh, it is. The puzzles are very okay. So last night for 4 hours, me and this mother flipper Vex trying to figure out a puzzle that involved nothing but constellations.
Oh, I bet.
No.
Blast.
Oh my god, it was so aggravating. It was literally like they just read off this whole story thing. You're supposed to piece it together by these constellations, and then they don't really tell you what's these constellations truly connected to, like northwest. So we had to break that down to figure out, oh, well, if it says this, if you look at it, we're supposed to go west or north or east or whatever. It doesn't tell you that. Then the very last part, it's like, you guys spin some pillars. Okay, we're going to read you off this list of things. Now we want you to go back to the constellations and try to figure out roughly what these lines are connected to by these constellations. It was like, for Beck, 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning for me, because we didn't want to start all back over, and we were like, this is the last one. We're done after this one. We'll start again tomorrow or something like that. And we finally figured it out, but there's no, hey, these constellations mean this. They just give a description of basically of these constellations. You kind of got to piece it together. That or go online and try to find somebody that can now release information from the beta over to people, because now they're not capped by any kind of ordeal. They're not capped at that point. So it was very nerve-wracking. It was neat, it was fun, but very nerve-wracking.
Was it just you and Vex, or did you have a Rusty with you as well?
I don't even want to get started on the Rusty. We had him for the very first one. Let me tell you about this Rusty mother flipper, okay?
Hey, not for any. I've already tried to steal your Rusty once, so.
We did the first one. We did the very first quest, because they're all locked behind each other, because you got to do it all in sequences and stuff. So we're doing this first puzzle. And we run into this whole ordeal where it's basically like some Temple of Doom kind of shit, right? Vex is like, hey, where did you put that totem at? That way I know what to look for next time. I go out, so does Vex. Rusty's the only one in the Temple of Doom kind of room. We step out. I show him where it was. We turn around. Rusty has closed the door on himself and is now stuck in a puzzle room that he has no idea what to do. Fails the quest, then we have to start all back over, because once you fail, it doesn't reset you to where you were. You now have to go right back out and solve the whole damn thing all over again. And it's always randomly regenerated. It's not going to be the same islands every single time. It might not be the same spots every single time or any of that stuff. Like, you got to go out and find ship logs for the first one to figure out and follow their journey in their ship log to figure out exactly where they dropped the first chest to get this part, to go over to this area to figure, like, it's really fun and neat. And there is a storyline to the whole thing, and the books do tell you a story of the adventure that these previous sailors were doing and went through before you're following up behind them to redig up their treasure or basically find the treasure that they were originally hunting down. So it's pretty neat the way they do everything. We didn't dabble with the PvP aspect of anything.
Arenas.
Yeah, we didn't go into the arena mode. The arena spot is on the map, though.
Right.
Like
the
building and stuff.
What I've been hearing is some of how this came to be was it's actually a private server Atlas idea to throw a private server up, have a lot of islands, and the island in the middle on it and around it for a certain radius, which will be marked on the map.
Mm-hmm.
It is a PvP zone. Everything outside of that, so everybody claims their own little islands and shit. Everything outside of that is PvE, and that's what I was hearing that this was. Is it arena mode was going to be available for any player that wanted to just kind of like go take part.
Kind of seems like that a little bit. I definitely know what you're talking about on that. But whenever you can't, unfortunately, just go over to the arena mode from the adventure mode. You literally, we thought that at first because we went over there and checked out the outside of the building. There's NPCs that are out there that are also connected to the arena mode. But the front door is blocked. You can't go in it. So basically, you have to exit adventure mode and then actually enter arena mode to actually get into it.
Probably end up patching that at some point and trying to make it so those NPCs can server swap you.
Mm-hmm. I thought that's what we originally were thinking.
Yeah, and it'll probably happen based on like the community feed's going to immediately want that. Why put it on our regular map if we can't access it from there is kind of what I think you'll hear from the community.
Yeah, and I'm right there along with them. Like the outside of the PvP building is really neat. People that have been playing over time anyways have actually seen it being built this whole time anyways.
Because doesn't it sound? Not neat enough though, does it?
Not enough.
I'm in the process of trying to build the world's most badass galleon.
We literally now have ourselves a setup. Like we're gonna outfit the galleon we're on currently, give it a full crew, run it around, do all the shit we need to do. But our sole purpose in doing this baby galleon, because it's a galleon full, like all the guns, everything. Like it's no joke when we get done.
Guns.
Yeah,
guns.
58 guns. When we get done, it ain't gonna be no joke. Once we get done crewing it. But the goal is to build the superior dock so we can build the superior galleon and put the superior guns on it and then man it with this maxed out dumbass crew that we've got by the time we get there.
I mean, it sounds like that game is hands down pretty good. I wish it was still on I wish it would actually be on the console, but I already know that's going to be a while because right now they're still on the 2-year program.
Yeah, it'll be a while, and I will be really surprised if they can find a way to crunch this down enough. It may hit next gen consoles, especially with PlayStation touting their 8K capabilities, that you're probably gonna see some of an Atlas. I don't know if you could run this on Xbox One right now.
Maybe the One X.
No, I've got a One X, man. I'm trying to be real nice about it too. Like I don't know if it'll run, like especially not with the updates
and graphics.
Yeah, they'd have to dumb. They couldn't. They run it on medium, maybe. I
maybe
bet that they couldn't run it on high.
No, I don't see it being ran on
Let's
high.
move
After
it.
seeing you guys playing it on high, I doubt it.
No, it says on a 970, run it on high, and you know what that looks like.
Looks boo boo.
You just have a lot of problems.
You have a lot of problems.
A lot of problems. What they say, a lot of desync. But
That's not cool. That's not enjoyable at all. Take 2 steps, desync.
Definitely makes for
2
a
more
less,
steps, desynced.
makes for a less enjoyable experience. But that's why I don't know if I'd bring that to consoles. Maybe the next ones. Maybe the stream boxes.
Mm,
You know.
I could see that because they're gonna try to again. They'll try to semi future proof, but I mean, if I hear another 8K comment again, I swear to God, I'm gonna choke somebody. I will choke somebody because I've read 8K so many times, and it's like we can't even do 8K. My TV doesn't do 8K. It's up to date.
No, there is 8K TVs out there though right now currently.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, they've been out now for a couple of years actually.
Why do you need that?
You don't. 6K is kind of about where mainstream eyeball people say that the human eye can see is about.
I was about to say 6K has been basically where I thought we were gonna stay at essentially.
Well, no, we're at 4K now is the average, and you can see incredible detail there, but they say much beyond that is not going to do anything for you. And just to give you a frame of reference, it's somewhere about the 6K line. I thought is where they're saying the human eyeball is at.
Right.
Ooh, look at the science man. He's over here.
He's about to start crunching.
All the Google searching.
He's about to start crunching. But yeah, I mean, the harpoons on that game, though, is so fun. It's so fun. We literally lifted our brig earlier out of the water with just using harpoons. We were trying to get it to climb a mountain. We were like, we're not going to leave our ship. We're just going to use harpoons to drag us onto the island and just keep on going.
That is dumb.
It is so funny seeing a ship this far off the water. This far off the water is how we got our brig. We tried doing that with a galleon. Too heavy. Brig, though, probably a sloop. Sloop, I guarantee you can lift that.
A sloop, you probably can that sucker over a mountain.
Yeah.
Yo, see, that's what we need. We need something like that over in Atlas. We could do it. That's how we could have destroyed all our ramshackles. Like, they added a new boat for low tier to leave the starter island. Because we're so aggravated with the raft because the raft was such a piece of shit, and you had to turn it this way, you had to turn it that way, you had to turn it this way, and trying to stay in the wind, and it didn't go in a straight line, and everybody was just like, come on, man, like, the game's going to be hard enough, like, don't make it this trying to just leave the starter island, please.
Yeah.
Do this, especially because now out in all the fucking zones just outside of that, they're lawless regions.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always fucking patrols of ships of the damned. What the fuck you look like leaving the starting area on a raft and running into a ship of the damned?
Oh, man.
Zone, it's like...
Yeah, it's basically you going, I'm just shat myself, so,
You just wave because you know you're like, might as well salute and fucking get ready because you're going down it. But in the ramshackle, at least you stand a little bit of a chance. It's got 2 small speed cells on it. And when you build it, it's one shot. You don't really get to do nothing to it. If you spend your points wisely, you've got yourself a good selection of stuff to leave the island with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you use those first 8 levels right.
8K.
Yeah, what about it?
Yes, you could see in 8K.
Into the future.
It says to at some distance it is possible, yes, to see in 8K. If you want to get a broad idea of what distance might be, you can plug your TV, blah, blah, blah. For example, if for a 50-inch 8K TV, you need to sit 2 feet or less away from it in order to appreciate its full impact. Because of the science of the human eye, essentially.
Yes.
But why do you, you don't
yes,
need it?
You can actually see in more than 8K.
The further and further you push it.
Prospectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some science nerd did a test, and human eyes can potentially see 576 megapixels, which is a lot more than 8K, because 8K is 33 million, and that's 576 million.
Yeah, that is
So
significant.
the potential's there. There's the science for the day. Here's $1.25. Go fuck yourself.
My science is not free.
I only have a lot of complaint about that article because it was on a LASIK website. and there are people who are that is a sale situation. They are trying to improve your eyesight, so first they're gonna tell you, man, we can get you all the way up to 8K vision.
They weren't selling anything. There was nothing in that article about selling shit.
Oh shit!
It was truly facts.
It's LASIK.
That's why I went with it instead of the Verge article that popped up. Because fuck the Verge.
LASIK MD was what said across the top of that page, and that is laser eye surgery corrective.
Oh, I'm well aware what it is. But,
okay,
but wouldn't you trust an eye doctor who's trying to sell his services over the Verge?
Laser ball.
Am I trying to put a computer together?
The guy who's going to laser ball me? No.
I'm gonna go to my next time I get a new. I get a new set of glasses.
The guy who's telling me, yeah, that's exactly it. If I need the surgery, I just want to believe the guy who's telling me, yeah, I'll get you to be able to see in 8K.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, the next time I go get glasses, I'm gonna be like, I need these bitches to let me see 8K.
That's how they're selling it right now. That's what they're doing. They're like, yo, there's those new 8K TVs. If you want to be able to really appreciate them, get the surgery. We got you.
Now we're going to see.
We got you, sir. God damn it.
I mean, it just brings doubt to the table. He did. He sat down and he goes, LASIK MD says you can see at 8K if you get your laser surgery.
It's truly just an article about, do you ever wonder if your eyes can see in 8K? There's a Mayo Clinic one that talks about LASIK surgery. They're trying to.
I like how they said you got to sit like 2 feet away from what, a 55-inch television.
Yeah, yeah.
To appreciate 8K, you have to sit about 2 feet away from a 50-inch television.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I think that makes your eyes worse over time. Just
I was like,
that
is somebody selling LASIK, is what I'm telling you right there. Remember what your parents always told you as a kid? Back the fuck up from the TV.
You're gonna go blind if you keep on sitting right up on it like that.
Here, let's ask the money people. What does Ford have to say about 8K? Don't be fooled. 8K TVs are a waste of money for most viewers.
I mean,
that sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like I have to go anywhere above my 4K. I really don't.
And that's from a place
that's just about content. That's not about seeing shit.
Look at that person's
eye. Let's ask Cora. Because that's fucking great.
Fucking lazy MD.
As the founder of Ultra Media.
Still fucking monitoring over there about it. Fucking.
We'll die on this hill today.
motherfucker trying
I
to
don't
sell me.
understand all this, but it makes sense. Ish.
Ish.
Did you hear what I just said? I said I don't understand this, but it makes sense-ish.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you didn't just contradict
It
yourself
is
like 3 different
possible to
times.
see the difference, but it depends on the size of the display and distance from the viewer.
Yeah, so if you're sitting 2 feet from it, you can make the pixels appear.
Holy shit. Okay, here you go. If you want to have a head-mounted display fill 100% of your field of view at 160 pixels per degree, the resolution would need to be 28K.
Okay, but I'm not worried about my VR screen.
But that's covering your whole field of view.
Yeah, I know, but that's a head-mounted unit. That's something that's a pair of glasses.
That's in your face, literally.
Well, yeah, that's the only way you're going to be able to see your whole field of view. Think about it. Unless you sit... I mean, even if I get up right into my freaking monitor, I can still see the edges of it.
Yeah.
So,
Not for anything. Your field of view goes out.
I
Take up your entire
I don't
field
think
of
your
view.
fucking argument makes any sense. It doesn't have anything to do with what was being stated there. It's saying to cover. All it says is you want to cover your whole field of view. Your monitor would need to be 28K resolution.
No monitor.
We are some angry fucks.
That's what I
There are monitors inside of head-mounted displays. They are LCD panels, man.
Yeah, but still, that just basically gives you contacts that wrap your fucking eyeball.
But that's still the monitor inside the head-mounted display. It
Okay.
still needs to be 28K. That's it.
Oh my god.
It's not that you're not buying a monitor that's 28K. You could.
Question.
You're still not going to be able to cover your whole field of view.
I cover my whole field of view quite nicely. That doesn't determine whether or not I see in fucking 4K, 6K, 8K, 28K. It's
100K.
the determining factor here.
Yeah, the determining factor was in the previous article I pulled up.
No, it wasn't. That's somebody.
Yeah, because it was based off of research a guy did. Holy shit, man. I'll go back to the fucking article.
Oh my god!
All right, now that we've typed in our fucking symptoms into WebMD, what do we get?
Oh, it doesn't link the guy who did the math.
That's because he's a fucking con artist.
It's right here. It's right there.
Fucking done. I'm done with this episode. I'm done.
Oh, fuck me, man.
This has been the Angry Dandelion.
I'm gonna go play Black Desert. Fuck this shit. Like,
This is exactly how questions get answered.
Now we'll go to Wikipedia. Let's do all of our fucking research here.
oh dear
Oh, God.
lord.
Hold on. In that case,
Let's see what anybody in the world can type in.
it becomes a matter of screen resolution.
So here it says 8K allows each pixel to be indistinguishable to the human eye when viewed at a typical distance from the screen.
What is said typical distance per screen size?
There's some fucking bullshit thing you can punch in and actually look it up.
You were saying 4K at 2 feet on a 55 inch, right?
Yeah, according to...
This eye doctor that's trying to sell you laser surgery?
Nope.
I saw that thumb.
This guy's theater calculator. Here, I'll download the damn spreadsheet.
Oh dear lord! So this
Here
episode,
we
ladies
go.
and gentlemen,
If the spreadsheet is too complicated for you, let's see. Let's do a 55 inch.
Oh, they have a calculator. Let's just
Yeah.
go.
2 feet.
Fucking 2 feet. You were already told a long time ago that is very bad for your eyes.
Yep, let's see what happens if it goes to 60 inches. All right, let's drop it down to 40. Let's go small. 43 would probably be your smallest. That's what you see a lot these days. 1 foot. So you got to get all up in that 43.
What about?
Really appreciate all
Hold
them
on.
fucking pixels.
I got a question. What about a projector that's in my head
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
would be far enough away so I could see? I'd be like, all right, this is where we're at.
See, 4K at 200 inches, though, you can get 12 feet.
So for me to enjoy my pixels,
Yeah, to fully enjoy your pixels.
I need to be sitting not...
At 4K, you should be at 3 feet at 50 inches.
I want to say 8 feet maybe away.
For your eyeball to notice that it's in that definition.
Yeah.
So I need to be 2 feet to my TV at all times. Well, looks like I'm moving the couch.
Hey man, why
Looks
don't you
like
just
I'm moving
attach it to just attach it to a head-mounted display.
That's right.
Walk around with a fucking TV hanging off your head.
Megan's gonna come home tonight. She's gonna be like, "Why is the couch literally 2 feet away from the fucking TV?" I'm gonna be like, "Because an eye doctor told me."
To your forehead.
Because fucking science.
Just out of curiosity.
I want to enjoy every pixel, baby. She's gonna be like, "Move the fucking couch back."
Science.
So, 4K for a 34-inch. Now I'm thinking computer monitor, 2 feet.
About it.
Yeah, that's about your average distance from your computer monitor. 2 or 3 feet. Maybe, yeah, probably.
But is your monitor gonna be 50 fucking inches?
No, we're talking 32. That's what you're.
I'm at
Oh,
30
32? Okay.
I'm at 34 right now. Let's see if the 32 makes any difference. Only for lower resolution, still 2 feet for 4K. So my dreams of a really good 4K 32-inch monitor now makes sense. All in place.
Validation he has found in the science of barrier facing your computer.
Yeah.
It's like, now I definitely have a reason to get this.
Who's Carton Bale? That's what I really want to know. He's got cars. It's just this guy.
Yeah.
Let's find out about Carton Bale today, everyone.
Oh, dear Lord.
Look, that's his Twitter picture. That is a very trustworthy goatee, my friend. Now we're going to his Twitter.
Okay.
There it is. Look, that's a pretty trustworthy. I don't know. Does that face look very trustworthy to you?
No.
This is a guy who was knocked out of the spot of playing the devil in theater.
He's a Colts fan.
Okay, that you were there.
Startup founder. He likes Porsches.
I mean,
God damn it.
I'm not really a big fan of him myself. Even with the money, I don't think that a Porsche is where I'd spend my money.
He's got a Porsche
No,
box.
not on a Porsche.
I'm saying, if I
drive
was
a
just
Porsche.
balling out of control, I just don't think the Porsche is kind of where I'm at.
I was balling out of control. I don't think I'd ever buy a Porsche.
I am probably a goofy Lambo guy. That's probably where I'd honestly
Pictures of
end
those
up.
fucking cars, dude. You tell me you got cars, you ain't gonna show me no damn pictures? You're gonna give me the AutoZone online repair manual and make you fucking ad money, you son of a bitch, Carton Bale. Thanks for the fucking
Damn it,
home
Carlton.
theater size calculator spreadsheet. Really
Damn
made
it.
my fucking day. Look,
Damn.
he's updated it. What a
Oh.
guy.
He has more cards.
So yeah.
Yeah. 28K monitors for your eyelids.
That's right, dude. Living in the Matrix.
Living in the Matrix.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be like the lazy Neo.
Wait, you can't wait to
That's it.
know you're living in the
I'll
Matrix?
just never move.
What was that? You can't wait to know you're living in the Matrix.
Yep.
Are you looking at the new mega update?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
new shit? That's the next month shit.
An
Well, that's the
icebox
tomorrow
concept
shit, isn't
for transporting ice can be used to reduce surrounding transport. I want that,
Yeah, we're
and I
we're
want
gonna
this too.
we're gonna have those ice boxes.
And a torpedo for your submarine. I'd rock that armor.
That's a change to the Cyclops Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
If they decide to go with it.
Are you guys gonna try to make a submarine?
Oh yes, but we don't know whether we're just gonna make our a normal one or
So they're
whether.
releasing a mod map in June, by some dude named ISO.
Yep.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that looks good.
Looks real good.
So you have to be set up so that you can still enjoy all the mechanics that Atlas has to offer while hosting it as a standalone server with no additional database setup required.
In 8K.
28K, bitch.
Right. Sticking it to my eyeball.
That's right. No, VR headsets aren't there yet. The Valve Index isn't even there. And it's the new top dog.
Mmm. Num 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 num.
There it is. The Valve Index. It's in a cartoon.
Yeah.
No, there it is.
Like, yep, there's the reality of virtual reality. Wait, no, that looks like virtual reality. Virtual reality.
1440 by 1600 resolution per eye.
Still not 28K, so I'm gonna be missing part of my field of vision.
It's got 120 hertz refresh rate, which is a big deal. Base stations 2.0 have longer range, wider field of view. You know, shit, the boy's calling me. Talk amongst yourselves.
He's like, I'm about to make a point, but I'll get to it in a minute. We're good. I don't actually come and talk to y'all. I don't know, man. I'm just not. I'm not in there.
I'm not feeling it either. I'm not. Like, I don't need to see that many.
I'm kind of confused on like how it became about defining the number of pixels because I'm still the.
You got that person. Literally, what it is you got that person that never got told, don't sit that close to your TV.
Yeah, but now he's corrupted the science of everything and is telling people you sit as close as humanly possible to your TV.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's probably that guy that whenever he games, it's in his face. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, monitor and all. Like, takes glasses off, replaces them with monitor. Boom.
Ta-da.
Like, I just don't see it. Like, why do I need to see that much? I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I thought I lost my freaking base station or whatever the fuck you want to call it, tower for my Oculus Rift. It turns out it's been sitting
Like right there.
behind my freaking monitor this whole time.
No.
I looked everywhere. I thought, man, just
Did you order
behind the monitor?
yet? Did you order a new one yet?
Nope.
Well, good thing.
Yep. Well, why would I order a new one when there's better VR headsets out? Anyways.
Right. Yeah, speaking of, you're telling us about this headset right here.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good. I mean,
all right. Well,
this like right here, what it's showing, and what I watched fucking like some Adam Savage's tested dudes or something go through the whole thing, but it's supposed to be less screen dooring. It's supposed to have better sharpness across a larger field of view, so on and so forth.
I'm sorry, but as soon
Go back
as
to
you said,
go back up to the index that was up there. All right, because you just rolled back away from it.
Right there. So yeah,
All right, so which one of these is the better view?
the better, tighter pixels. The less screen dooring with tighter pixels. Yeah, you can see this easier. You can see the individual pixels easier. You don't want to see the individual pixels as easy.
Right.
So
I'm wondering about that OLED pixel mapping though.
but
Because that's part of the equation. That's like in defining how they do it. So it's weird with the OLEDs, like looking at how their pixel preference.
So the custom lens achieves sharpness across a large field of view and across large eye box human eye range of travel, says Valve. That's how it claims it can offer a perceived 20-degree larger field of view than the Vive, while also appearing crisp. There's your little screens.
Yeah, they're little screens. I mean, they are.
I do have to say these index controllers, man, they look pretty Oculus Rifty.
Just saying.
And
I don't know.
holy shit, it's $1,000.
Well, there you go. Merry Christmas.
Fuck no, I ain't buying that shit. I'd rather buy the new Oculus for $400. I own games in the Oculus store. I've committed to a platform.
I apologize. I have already committed. I will not be seeing other people.
That's right. I am off the market. I have been taken.
I am now married to this.
Yep, me and Oculus.
I
Virtual
click.
reality. I don't actually go to work, guys.
In a bit.
All the photos and everything I post, that's all virtual reality.
Is it?
I have 28K
Okay.
monitors, modified Oculus Rift. Yes, Jake, the torpedo does look like the ones from The Rock with Nick Cage and Sean Connery.
Yes, they did.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah, because that it looks like one of the chambers.
Yep. So, is Atlas really just a Nick Cage movie? Or are we just living in a Nick Cage movie?
There we go. That does
What's
it.
happening right now?
I can't wait to get back to it.
Yeah, me too, man.
We didn't build the studio this week, so
No, it won't be till tomorrow night. I'm just really liking the looks of that freaking mod map, dude. Why don't they just take what this guy does and apply it to the game? I mean, why haven't you hired this guy? Let's go, whatever fucking studio you are, Grape Shot Games or what the fuck ever.
That's what a lot of people said about Skyrim. The guy that was doing crazy, beautiful mods for that. A lot of people that play, like almost everybody that played Skyrim played a lot of those mods he came out with, and everybody was like, "Why do you not just hire this guy?"
The funnier part is that guy is now part of a modding community that is rebuilding Tamriel in their vision.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live there.
And it's going to look beautiful.
It's a heart-shaped lot.
There's one of those. Oh, it is heart-shaped. Isn't that nice?
You-
You can bang your sheep in there and cows.
Why did
It's a
you?
real farmer's
Why?
paradise.
Why did you immediately jump to that? Like,
Because he's from Ohio.
just straight up immediately. Yeah. Now me and my sheep have a love shack.
Just take off your boots, put his hind legs in your boots, get away.
Fucking hell.
It's like the honeymoon suite
Man,
for farmers.
That, we
For
used to
apparently
fucking
sheep.
rip on the rednecks about that shit all the time in high school. Or the farmers, anyways.
And now he is one.
Nope. I ain't farming shit.
Well, you sure are telling a lot of trade secrets, sir.
Yeah, right.
If you're gonna rip on someone, you should at least know what they're going through.
I'm not even. Not even.
Like, well, I guess I'm done picking on some motherfuckers then.
Yeah, right. I ain't touching any of that anymore.
Yeah, here's how you solve bullying.
Yep, I just solved it. No more bullies in the world. Everybody watch this episode. Just that segment. Someone clip that. And we'll solve the world's problems.
Boom.
That's just
Problem
what we
solved,
do. I mean,
guys.
that's the Angry Dandelion solving the world's problems. One
One episode at it. Yeah, right.
So yeah.
So yeah.
Hold on, I have text message. Okay, it's from the boy. He's home. Toasters. You guys like
Toasters. I like chroma key
Hold on,
toasters.
Guru's a family man. He might want to know about toasters.
Oh, he wants to know about toasters.
He could make some toast for his child
You know what? Not for anything.
or the cat. He could make toast for the cat.
We should have really been in game and really done the cats proper.
Really done the what?
Done the cats proper. All the tigers. The rename.
To what are we renaming them to?
PBR.
Oh. Mine is not an appropriate color. Yours is an appropriate color.
Yes, I know. That's why I get
Polly
to be.
is a great lion.
No, Polly gets to be.
He's the weasel.
He's so. That was funny. I actually watched that episode of Futurama last night, where he wakes up Polly Schiller.
No, we're just gonna move on since the Family Man doesn't want to know about new home products.
Nope, he's busy playing.
New for your home.
He's playing with his kidder.
It was just an April Fool's joke, but supposedly it's going to be a real thing now.
Yep.
RGB lit Razer toaster. Who doesn't want one?
I completely agree with this, but if you watch what they're doing with their Chroma collection of things, working with Philips Hue and being able to integrate into that system the way they are and everything else to be the kind of the software controller for that bit, why not make some items?
I want to know how much it's going to cost, man. I need a new toaster. I'm just saying. I had a griddle up next to my toaster and melted the dial on the toaster, so you can't adjust the dial anymore.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm in the market for an RGB toaster. I'll just put it here in my room. I just make toast or pastries all the time. I just snacks, toast and pastries.
You're like, can I do grilled cheese in this toaster?
That's right. Is it double wide? Can I do bagels? Bagels.
Yeah.
Toast.
Lox cheese on your bagels.
What else can you make in a toaster? I'll just put something over the top of the toaster and turn it on so it heats it up. That'll work.
Family man.
Oh, Guru.
Nope,
He's
nope,
back.
he's not back yet.
He's almost back. There you go. He had to pull his thing out.
No, he's still got to push a button. There he
you
is.
go.
Okay.
There you go. We got a new product for your home.
Is that a Razor toaster?
Yes, and
It
it's,
is?
I want it.
actually going to be made.
It was an April Fool's joke. Is going to be a reality.
I want it.
Everybody knows you need an RGB toaster, dude.
Why not?
I want it to be like it does, like Chroma Key does with the games, where it adapts to the games. It changes colors as your toast is toasting. If it detects whether like it's a bagel or something, it changes to like a different color for a bagel.
That would be pretty cool.
But it won't.
And it's going to be $500.
It'll be a
for all of that.
It'll be a $5 toaster with LED lights
Yeah.
stuck in it. RGB strip wrapped around the inside of the toaster. It's going to melt. That's what's really going to happen.
Gonna have to clean the crumbs out. Look, that LED light's gonna let you know whenever there's too many crumbs underneath your toaster, though.
Yeah.
You
So you
can already
underneath
tell.
your toaster.
You
That
can
is.
Yeah, you can tell they didn't wipe the table good enough when they
Right? LED light lets you know.
looking a little dusty there.
From the
Apparently,
toast.
it doesn't come with any ventilation fans.
I mean, the light will also be really good at attracting, bugs to your toaster. It's a little. You just come out and it's like fucking that one movie, Joe's Apartment or whatever, where the fucking roaches dance and sing. So you turn on the fucking rainbow effect where it just changes all the colors, and all of a sudden it's a fucking disco party for roaches in your house.
And they're just having a blast. They come into your room. Now they're not hiding in the dark anymore. They're just always under your toaster.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this shit's great, man. There's food, there's drinks. The lighting is spectacular. How come we've never been here before?
I think Jim's having another seizure. He needs to stop coming
Your
to
toaster starts
this
getting
club.
Yelp reviews.
Oh no.
Toaster Club is great. 4 out of 5 stars.
Then we wonder how you patched into the roaches Yelp reviews.
Man, roaches are everywhere. They got mobile phones, little mini mobile phones.
Little mini mobile phones.
Yeah. Technology, dude. Technology.
What fucking roaches have you been hanging out with, bro?
Seen a roach at a time with a Bluetooth headset on.
He said the Joe's
Trading
apartment.
stocks.
Trading stocks, huh?
Yeah, it's what the Bluetooth thing allowed him to do. Was just be on the job all the time, wherever he was,
Oh yeah.
Trading roach stocks.
Oh
It's
my
weird.
god.
They got stock in Orkin. I don't understand it. Raid. It's
They
owned by
run.
roaches.
They run. You know how this toaster works, right? They run uncooled CPUs with RGB fans to blow heat at the toast.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a really hot processor.
That's right. It's a really hot processor. On average,
it would fucking do it, man. I mean, if you think about
average,
it.
you get about like 3 butts out of your toaster. So
Yeah, and then you got to replace it for the next gen toaster that gets hotter faster.
that's right. About 2 weeks later, you'll need a new one of those.
And this one has an LED screen on the side that tells you how hot your toast is.
Also, doing all the
And
color.
you can upgrade your toaster with a discrete GPU, so you can play games on the side of your toaster.
But you'll be buying a new one every 2 weeks.
BRB.
Don't threaten us.
Should we just take 5, man?
Is it that time already? Yeah, it is. I don't think I get to hear it. You're gonna have to tell me how.
It's there.
Oh,
I'll up or down you. Let me move up or down you. Yeah, this. I'll do this, or I'll do this, or I'll do this, or maybe I'll just be like, turn it the fuck down, and you'll be like, oh, it's too loud. It's good. You could go a little louder. There you go. Let it run. We'll be back.
And we guys back.
Every episode needs a little beard grooming.
Yeah, man. Well, it's getting glorious though.
Yeah, it is, dude.
I'm fucking loving it. It's got its Viking thing going on. I'm telling you, once I get this fucking straightening brush though, man, I'm stoked. That and I'm filling in. I cut that down before and was kind of running like a chin strap.
Yep.
And now I've decided I'm not going to do that. Recommendation is to go from your ear to the tip of your mustache, if you can. And so I've got it, and I've started brushing the hell out of it, like with a beard brush, not that comb that I was just using, but there's a brush for your your beard and your face. Helps kind of it helps kind of open up the follicles to kick it, basically.
Does it have RGB?
Not yet, but I do.
5 stars.
I do know of a system that I can incorporate into it to give it RGB.
You start putting LED strips on your fucking beard comb.
You start doing that. I don't know you.
I'll just put them in my beard.
Yeah, motherfucker had Christmas lights in his beard. There you go. Problem solved.
Okay.
It's an RGB thump.
That's what they call winning.
Yes, sir.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, obviously you've never experienced winning.
Look at
you put lights in your fucking beard every time you win. That's just what you do.
That's right. It's winning. It's really only winning at beard.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Having one. I mean, it's just kind of something you do when you get really bored and have a really long beard. I guess. Really, it's not really.
There are lots of things that it does.
Something, I guess.
It does. It goes through that, and it is definitely a thing apart of beard culture that just shit randomly gets done to your beard. You may run across the right person that's like, yo, can I do this to your beard? And you're like, all right.
I had a really long goatee once, man. And it was attached to my beard, but just the goatee part was long. And I shaved it off when I was eating a bowl of cereal one time. And lifted the spoon up and there was goatee. And I was like, I'm done. I'd like to stay scruffier than this, but can't for occupation purposes.
No, you were not.
Unless I want to wear a beard net, I could rock a beard net.
That's right. Beard nets are nice, man. I've been in plenty of food prep facilities doing like different variant lock work and shit like that. And yeah, the beard apron.
Yeah.
It's funny they don't make them to fit like large beards though.
No, dude at Culinary Olympics was rocking a hairnet over his beard.
Yep.
Because his beard was that big. I just don't like the idea of having something on my face all the time. I mean, I guess that's why I have a beard.
Thus
so I can have something on my face all the time, you know?
Thus the guy with the beard is like, yeah, so about that.
Yeah.
Apparently the missus and the little one don't want me to ever shave again. The last episode you guys saw, I went semi-clean shave. So every single time I do that, my daughter stops and looks at me and goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Wait, your 6-year-old cusses, but you don't?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Or
yeah, I know, right?
We're just censoring it again if she doesn't really say it, or does she censor it?
I censor it because I'm tired of getting yelled at.
Okay, but does she actually say that?
No.
Okay.
Like the whole stop
So it's
part.
it's more of just a "who are you" look instead of a "who the fuck are you" look.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably a solid "who the fuck are you" look.
It is a solid "who the fuck are you" look, but at the same time, it's.
So the look is that your daughter's not actually saying that.
Verbalizing look.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Dad feels it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then the missus is like, "Stop doing that. We've been together for almost 10 years now. I've known you like this, and then so far 2 times you've done this, and you just look weird. Just stop it." I was like, all right,
Trying to have the porn stash.
Flavor saver.
Oh man, it's not that great.
I was getting ready to say, dude, you just better wipe your mouth.
I don't need to like
You
lick
don't
my lips
really
later
need
on and be like, ugh.
Y'all just don't know how to eat with facial hair.
You act like you're the only one that's had facial hair for years.
No. It takes a lot to learn how to eat with a bunch of it, though. I'll tell you that.
I'll give you that, yes.
Yep,
Yes.
I wasn't into that.
Like, it's a whole bunch of, like, remembering to pull things back and...
Yeah.
See, dude?
Just according to what you're having. Sometimes you just sacrifice the beard, man. Sometimes you just know.
You have to.
Yeah, sometimes you know that you're gonna pull like a piece of chicken crust out of it later or something. You're gonna be combing it.
Hold on a second. Oh, there's that chicken wing.
Fuck is that?
That's still fucking spicy.
You know, it'll happen. Like a Cheerio falls off the spoon. It can get hung up. That's why I want the beard straightener, though. That way I don't have to worry about so many hang-ups. Everything just kind of flows right down, goes right off.
Don't see that.
Don't need to make like a Venus flytrap. I can slip and slide.
Just get...
I'm not even.
That's right.
You just keep baby oil in it. Do it like pro wrestler hair. Have it all slicked up.
Not baby oil, but
1 minute, baby. I gotta get some baby oil.
I want to know how you make baby oil. I mean, what babies does baby oil come from?
Greek babies.
So many comments. So many comments are just going to be left.
It comes from the same region where,
Well,
like,
I mean, you get olive oil from olives.
yeah, well, yeah, but
canola oil from canolas.
What the?
You get canola oil from cannolis.
Oh man!
Shit. I just proved my whole thing with the canola oil. I realized it middle of saying it.
But
Oh man!
Olive oil is a highly treasured thing in Greek culture. You would figure that it's got to be Greek babies that make baby oil.
Sure, it makes sense.
And there's your fact of the day.
You should stop.
Is it really a fact though?
You're hoping not, right? You're hoping.
I am really hoping.
You should really not use canola oil.
Did you go after the fun facts to find out what canola oil was made of?
Yeah, I've never really paid any attention to it, and I cook for a living. But rape seeds? Cook your food in the seeds of rape?
That's another type of baby oil.
Whoa. Whoa. I. Whoa.
Yep.
We just went there.
I am disconnecting myself from this group after today. I apologize
Well,
for
there is
anybody
a
that has been
canola
watching or
flower.
listening.
There is a canola flower. This is true. And when pressed,
There you go. There's the canola flower. Isn't it pretty? The name rapeseed comes from the Latin word rapum.
who would have ever thought?
I'm just reading it. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but I'm just reading it. It's right there. Rapum. Meaning turnip, rutabaga, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, mustard.
Hashtag me
related
too.
to
It
rapeseed.
was new.
Now we know about rape seeds. The word comes
Oh,
from the Latin word
man.
rapum. There you go, back to them. Oh man,
Oh man.
Wikipedia is a dangerous place. Don't let your kids look up the contents of canola oil.
Full service.
That's the kind of service you're looking for. Rapum.
Oh, man.
Sweet.
Yeah. So,
I
now we
always
learned about
wanted-
canola oil. We had that moment.
And teach us about
Did we need that moment, though?
Why not?
want to teach us about hemp seed oil now.
It's used for a lot of shit. I do know that.
It is used for a lot of shit.
Mm.
So our citizens free for a week if you have a PC.
Get on it. If you haven't been there, Elite Dangerous supposedly had some big patch here recently too.
I took a look at it. It's just still more exploration BS.
I hear No Man's Sky is actually going to have true multiplayer.
That's what I was reading,
Did
too.
do that as well.
That's an intriguing conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a game I'd probably go back to again,
One day,
But-
maybe.
but it's because I get to build, and if we can travel together on starships,
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that.
I mean, Elite Dangerous, if they would get their shite together on the whole, I don't know, space legs aspect of the game, then, you know, they would bring back a lot of people.
hashtag PBR unofficial sponsor of Be Angry Dandelion.
So, have you guys heard of a gentleman by the name of Dave James?
No, but I know Dave Coulier.
Right. So you've never heard of Dave James?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Did you know that Dave James knows the best computer parts? for
Oh,
Mac
is he- is he-
2019?
Is this the expert that was brought in for the panel to review?
Yeah, Dave James.
Dave James. This guy. This guy has the best.
Yes, it's Dave James. Let's see what Dave James says about CPUs for gaming in 2019 May. Really? Just, yeah, there you go. Best CPUs for gaming are... He just listed all the, like... Yeah, he just listed all of them.
It's like, all right.
He listed all the gaming CPUs. He listed
Yeah,
all of them.
CPUs, these are good. Because they exist.
He did. He listed all of them.
Throwback to Stone's review.
Good job.
It's good!
Good job.
Well, what about
They're
the
all good.
what about the best what about the best AMD gaming motherboard?
let's go see what Dave James has to say about that. Lots of
All
stuff.
AM4 boards work.
Yeah. Yeah. The AM4 socket is supposed to be viable
Shit,
through
he needs
2020.
all of them.
Yeah, he does. He does all of them.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not really all of them, but that's a lot of them. I does he get see?
He's not missing many of them.
He does give a breakdown on them, so that's good. All right, Dave James. A little toasty. This one. It must be Razer toasted. No, it's Gigabyte.
Damn it.
There it is. That's your PC that will make your toast. You just put it
There
on
you
this motherboard right here.
There you go. Thank you, Dave James, for helping us decide which motherboard we were going to use inside of our new toaster. Our AMD.
Thank you.
I've looked at this motherboard before.
It's our AMD toaster. We want them to be able to compete on the market with Razer.
He really is. He's like going through all the gaming motherboards. Like, hey, guess what, fuckers? The good gaming motherboards are all the ones that are gaming motherboards. Holy shit, this guy.
If it's got the best PC controller of 2019.
I'm not done looking at these motherboards. No, I am.
Let's see, the Microsoft Xbox One wireless, the Sony DualShock
So
4.
why no best Intel
Pro.
motherboard?
Xbox One Elite, the Scuff Gaming Impact, the Razer Wolverine Tournament Edition Chroma, the Easy SMX Wireless, the Thrustmaster Warthog, the Fanatec Club Sport, and the Thrustmaster T300 RS.
You lost me. I don't even know what you're looking at.
Gaming controllers. I want to see.
PC controller?
Yeah.
There we go.
I like that Chroma Wolverine, but they're talking about $116. I don't like it that much.
Runner up is the DualShock. Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That flight stick setup's really nice, but you'd have to have a serious fucking rig to put it on. I wouldn't want to own something like that and not have the right shit to put it on. You know what I mean? Because that looks really good. What's that other Thrustmaster then? That's the one I want. That Fanatec. But look at the price tag on it, and it's sick, man. It's dope as fuck. It does. Oh, you'd never see me over here. I'd just be racing.
$1,300, man.
I'd be racing all. Yeah, I'd have to get my $1,300 back. I'd be racing all the time. But that set is fucking ridiculously good.
Oh, I imagine so for $1,300.
Well, Fanatec shit's all high priced anyway. What do they got in the competitor market there? The Thrustmaster 300.
Yeah.
That was kind of the base setup that I got. This one they're showing is the PlayStation model, but I got an Xbox version of this original setup. The T300 Pro setup, I think, is what I ended up with. But I ended up buying this base and then going and adding different shifter, different pedals. I could have just bought the previous wheel. That Club Sport is year in and year out. That Club Sport is a featured controller. It is really good. Fanatec does put a really good system together, and like he says right there, these are the pros, the con, that price. They kill it all the time, but they're always that expensive, but they're really fucking good. So
very nice.
Comes with adjustable pedals right off the rip too, though. Being able to get that sponginess and shit like that out of your pedals. They're the Thrustmaster Pro pedal set that I ordered came with different density rubber blocks to put behind the brake pedal so that you could feel it.
Right. Fancy shit.
It's fun, man. I mean, if you're gonna spend the money on it,
Yeah. I mean, if it's what you do, you should
yeah.
do it.
Like I said, the only thing I keep thinking about now is getting a different stand to bring that setup back in here.
Is this the one that Jay's 2 Cents has? I think it is.
Which one?
The Fanatec one.
Oh, the Fanatec one? Probably. It's the club sport, man. Like, when it comes down to it, you want to know what the club sport really is? It's that base that you see there that says Fanatec on it.
Yeah.
That is the club sport base. The fact that they're selling this set for $1,300 with a wheel and pedals is kind of a deal, actually. Because typically with a Fanatec system, you buy the base, you buy a set of pedals of the options that are available to go with that base. You know, if you buy one of their bundles, it's usually lesser quality than that club sport base.
Amazon.
Was anyway at one point.
Yeah. Look at that. New from $1,800 on Amazon.
Yep. Yeah, spent a lot of time looking at it, man. I mean, it was an investment when we decided that that's what we were going to do. Me and Webb buying a wheel setup. We kind of were of the mindset of like, where can we get the most bang for our buck where we don't feel like maybe we spent too much? Right. And we ended up spending a lot, but not this much.
Yeah, if I was going to spend $1,300, I'd just buy a new graphics card.
Yeah, but if you were into the sim racing thing, you'd be looking
at a new graphics card and that.
You'd be looking at these bases and everything else. Some of this is still amateur hour stuff too. We're talking $1,300 on some amateur hour type shit though. Like, this is something that your guy at home is buying. If you go hardcore into the simulator setups now, some of these are teetering on some dumb money.
Let's see the most expensive one.
Most expensive racing simulator?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm going to look for
something. Oh, I can't wait to see this one. Because I know that there are some Formula One teams that supposedly have like multi-million-dollar setups.
Here's a refurbished one on eBay for $41,000.
Refurbished for $41,000. That's pretty solid looking.
Yeah.
Not a bad wheel package.
There's a Boeing one. Yeah, let's buy an airplane cockpit.
Fuselage.
There you go. Learn to fly.
There you go.
Jet.
$159,000.
Yeah, cheap. Free local pickup.
This is the cheap.
What a deal! Free local pickup.
Free local pickup.
I love. Go pick up my airplane. Put it in the back of my Chevy.
Yep, somebody's buying it.
Yep.
Also, if you're shopping for the CXC simulators, you may also like Goat Simulator. I like that. That was fucking smooth.
Here's a $185,000 racing one.
Yeah, but we're still talking amateur hour type stuff here. We're not talking about like what R&D groups are actually building for like pro racing groups. Like these are what the public can get their hands on.
Yeah.
What some of the systems, like I said, the Formula One system, supposedly there are some multi-million-dollar setups out there that are so spot on for how they feel, drive. The mechanics can go in on the computers and tune the car the way they would for the race conditions, put in temperature sets and all this other shit. Like, they're supposed to be pretty extreme setups out there for both NASCAR, Formula One. Like, you hear a lot more drivers talk about going in the simulator in the off season to actually get better for the following season. Which has been kind of like, just to think about, like, video gaming is kind of where that stems out to. And now it's gotten to a point to where professional sports drivers are using them for, like, training. I would have never thought that from what was Atari's game? Night Driver? I would have never from Night Driver gone to where we're at now with it. We're looking forward to the Atari release. Guru's just gone mute over there. Hasn't had nothing to say.
I've been listening and reading certain things. I was looking over all the stuff that they were announcing about Borderlands 3.
I watched all of the live stream stuff.
I bookmarked it. That way later on I can go over it.
King Ithalian and Professor Broman both were invited, and I follow both of them on Twitch. So being in their channels and just hearing about next week, we got some shit coming up. Oh, now I can tell y'all, Borderlands people are flying us out there so we can give y'all a game preview. They're going to have a streaming, and then they get there, and they announced also that they're going to be at Guardian Con, which is what Professor Birdman and King Ithalian started years ago. They're going to be there at Guardian Con with playable Borderland 3.
Which will be really, really neat.
It looks really fun, and I think one of the best parts of, I guess, watching any of these streamers earlier today was we all heard them say billions of guns.
See, I already thought this whenever they first said billions of guns.
No. This is the best part about what the streams were today.
Okay.
The dev leans over the shoulder of Professor Broman during the stream. And he's like, yeah, if you want to spawn in guns, it's that button over there. Go ahead. Do it as much as you want. So they've got a lot of faith and they have a lot of guns. They like it. He had no qualms at all on letting them know that, hey, if you're on a dev version of this, if you want to just fucking start flipping through weapons, here you go. Have fun. Spawn them in. There you go. Enjoy.
Well, that's pretty cool that they did that, definitely. But with the past Borderlands games, they say billions of guns. Now, they might not mean that they all really look different. There's just different variances of them sometimes. Like with Borderlands 2, they were like, oh, we have billions of guns, basically.
Oh, no. But this you feel every weapon in your hand being extremely different than the last one.
That's cool.
I watched a straight hour of gameplay earlier today, and the dude rotated through weapons, and he was getting his mind blown every time he'd pick one up.
That's cool, because I was wondering about that actually whenever they said billions of guns. I was like, calling it now. It's going to be... They say billions of guns, they're including the variances and stuff like that. And a lot of those variances, they feel the same way. It's just they do a different element.
No, this is not that kind of... Like, this is not what you felt from this. There are certain weapons that detonate. There are certain weapons that do these weird tracking things. There's, like, we're talking projectile splits.
Cool. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun then.
It's got wild shit. Like, there's a lot of wild shit. And like I said, just watching a lot of what they were doing, it looks good, man. It looks like a great looter shooter that you're going to be able to go through, even though you may be running the same mission a couple of times. It's not putting the degrees of separation between you and your co-op partners anymore. If you're a level 30 and you got to run and go do this other mission, or your buddy's got to go run and do this mission and he's a 4, you get 30 loot scale.
Cool.
He's going to get his 4 gear. You get your 30 gear.
That's cool. I dig that.
Like, it sounds like it's going to be really polished.
I know they've definitely said so that these are... So whenever we saw the first glimpse of this game, basically, we saw those other areas which looked like other planets, and we were speculating, was it other planets or if it was going to be other regions, essentially. And they've already said you're going to be able to go to other planets.
Yeah, it's other
pretty cool.
planets. Not only that, like, it's going to play like Grand Theft Auto too. Like, because if you're out and about, instead of having to like rank to a certain point and earn certain vehicles and only get to use them at certain times, if you find a vehicle while you're out, you can take it back to a garage and claim it and have it available for you to use at later points whenever you want to. They're saying vehicle types, everything, like every aspect of this game is choice.
That's going to be really neat.
And they seem not to be high on the loot boxes. They say they're not going to micro this game.
They are going to sell cosmetics.
That's what they did with the last one, too, if you remember. They sold the cosmetics.
But they're not going to micro this game to death to the degree of, I guess, they said like other and BS. Like they were pretty candid in their talk earlier today.
I didn't get too far into it, but I've heard a little bit of talk here and there that we're supposed to also get some of the old classes that we had and some of the other ones, but I'm not 100% certain on that one.
They're saying that there's more classes and you're going to get the multiple, instead of having to upgrade to a point to unlock all your abilities, you're going to have all your abilities off the start, and you're going to craft those abilities to tailor your playstyle.
Cool.
Instead of having to like earn your way up to them and then tailor them, now they're saying, no, you've got them, tailor them.
Yeah. Which will be really, really neat. So far...
Alternate firing modes? They're not kidding. They're talking some serious fire alternate modes. you'll have weapons that one fire mode may do an explosive damage. And if you put a track, there's a gun in game that they were showing off earlier that if you flip to its alternate mode, it shoots a tracker dart kind of thing. And the target that you stick with that, you can flip to its normal fire mode. And every bullet, no matter where you're facing, it is the fifth element gun. They will go to the target that you designated.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, that's dope. Everybody's always wanted the fifth element gun.
Jeez,
Special.
They're packing the fucking ads in on this one.
Oh, you know it.
Every fucking other picture.
Oh yeah. I had ads like crazy whenever I was skimming through that article.
Thanks for the article, but damn the ads.
Yeah.
And some of them will not go away.
Destructible cover.
Oh, movable shit in the environment too. It was really neat. Bro walked into like one section and he moved a barrel out of his way. Instead of being behind cover where he was, he moved it out from behind cover. And then he was able to shoot said barrel that shot some oil up into the air and created a puddle over the environment. Then he shot a fire tracer round into said pile of oil. It caught on fire.
Yeah. The game's going to be really fun.
It's like, oh yeah, that all makes fucking sense. How has nobody else done this before? But every bit of gameplay today looked really good. It's got the hype running on it right now. I will say it was all closed inside of a very tight environment of what is their development venue that they were at today.
Okay.
So we'll see what that means when it hits main servers. But what they showed off today did look really good.
That's on his end, isn't it? So, Okay.
What was that?
Little robot-y.
Got a little robot-y, huh?
Understood what you were saying, but me and Son both were kind of like...
There he goes. We're going to draw this out a little bit. Yeah, boy.
I was like, is that on my end? And then I saw Son looking around too, and I was like, okay, it's not me. It is on his end. Just make it sure.
The villains are based off social media influencers.
Oh, dude, fucking
That's great.
Professor Broman was sitting there today, and he literally, while playing the game, was like, oh, these motherfuckers are some YouTubers. And
I was reading about that.
Live streamers don't necessarily, Twitch live streamers don't necessarily adapt really well with YouTubers. So it was like, oh, these motherfuckers is YouTubers. There was also a mission he did where he had to go get coffee and take over this coffee shop because one of the fucking characters just wanted to be able to have this coffee all the time.
What the hell?
Yeah, like there's some wild shit that's gonna go on here. It's supposed to be just crazy antics all the time.
Customizable quarters.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Lost loot machine that stores guns you lose.
Like this game is going. It is already, but it is going to be the new hotness.
It's got the potential to definitely be there. Well, I mean, vehicles are supposed to be outstanding in this game. Guns are supposed to be retarded in this game.
This game is going to actually be the make it or break it if we're the curse.
Of looter shooters?
Basically. Every game so far, the three of us has sort of gotten hyped for in some way, form, or fashion. Not just with the giant media of everything, you know what I mean?
Yep.
they've come out broken.
Yes.
Anthem, all three of us were hyped for. Red Dead Redemption, one of us was super fucking hyped for it. He basically sounded like he was getting paid to advertise it, just about.
Yeah, so
Is good.
Broken almost
but-
everything that has basically
Yeah,
came out here lately that we've been like super pumped for. Even Atlas, all three of us were pumped for it. Guess what happened with that whenever it first came out?
Turn to
Well,
shit.
yeah. Yeah, it was a crazy mayhem of broken shit.
So, like I said,
I know.
this is gonna also be that.
That's why I clarified. Like, that was inside of a very closed, contained environment that we watched today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to hype this so much that people are like, "Oh, this is going to be the best thing ever on day one to the world," and it's like, it's got to see the world first.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see how it fares going up against the globe. Or all of the map, according to what you subscribe to, global or flat earther.
Yeah, because basically at this point, right now, even with the articles I've been reading, Anthem's pretty much done. Like, they say they're going to keep on working on it, but they don't have very much of a player base at this moment in time to really work on it. With the last update, it was really the make it or break it. Are you going to keep your fans or not?
And they didn't.
No. Like, I haven't even thought about playing it. I would love to, don't get me wrong, because all three agree that at its core, it's fun.
I would have loved to have played the game it was supposed to have been.
Yep.
Whatever that was.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've been hooked on Black Desert and now Sea of Thieves. Like,
if it wasn't for the fact that I've already got like 5 years of BDO behind me.
Man, look, you and me both had this discussion.
Yeah,
we were
but
both like, man, BDO.
All this is Terra all over again, though.
So far, it doesn't seem like it.
It's
very in depth. Everything that I've been reading about, they fixed a lot of that shite. A lot of it.
Yeah.
And I haven't given it as much time as I gave Terra. Terra,
I went through 5.
I gave it 5
years
months.
of BDO, and the only thing about BDO that makes BDO worthwhile is the fact that they got anime boobies.
I haven't hit a town yet like that, but
and the hella hentai outfits. Anime.
I have seen that.
The hella hentai outfits.
I have seen that. Me and my buddy Ego's been playing the heck out of that.
That is what BDO is. That's what it's always been. I told you not to go into those cities when it was Terra. I'm telling you, just leave BDO.
Oh, I turned me and Ego both turned World Chat off.
Yeah,
we just turn it off and we just go about our business.
Leave BDO now because I
can't.
It's
you know me and MMOs. You know me and MMOs. It's good.
Black Desert is the 4chan of MMO.
I learned what 4chan is.
Yeah.
I still cannot believe to this day, until we said something about it, that you had no idea about 4chan.
Like, I can't believe you're not a B-tard or an R-tard. Like, I would figure that you would have qualified for both, but that it does kind of amaze me that you're not. I got a buddy of mine that's a major B. I'm a little B, but it gets a little too crazy every now and again.
What, in the B?
Oh yeah, in the B.
No, I avoid that. I avoid that one, man.
You gotta be brave, man. That's what it stands for.
You do have to be brave.
Ballsy to go diving.
In the B category?
That's right. Just click fucking links, man.
Just follow that. Just
That's
follow that whole gravy mess of. Oh my
Now,
god.
I like I said, I got a friend of mine that's B. He has been literally to the last page of the internet. He traveled so many clicks that he did stumble upon a page that all it said was, "This is the last page of the internet. Please turn around and go back." I was like, "That's clever." I'd like to.
that is clever.
I'd like to.
That is.
I'd like to through links all of a sudden run across that page. He's like, "Yeah, I found it 13 times." I'm like, "That's fucked up." Like I am not that bad. That's why I say I could be a little B, maybe a lot R.
Dude, I remember 4chan whenever its main thing was like they did the whole Fight Club ordeal where it was like the first rule of 4chan: you don't talk about 4chan.
Yeah, but that shit's been over since Reddit. So.
Oh yeah. I love how your only response to that is just.
It actually makes me believe more that he is House Gryffindor.
Yeah.
It does. It actually kind of justifies the selection. Since he's not B or R, it makes sense that he's House Gryffindor. It's like, all right, I can buy it now.
Yeah.
You haven't been exposed to the true dark side.
I prefer it that way, sir.
Oh man. Like the first time my buddy ever introduced me to 4chan, he didn't even say what to avoid or anything else. He was like, just explore.
No, yeah, here.
I was like, I don't want to explore anymore.
Here, click this link.
Just go to town with it, buddy.
People don't understand why I'm so careful about the internet nowadays. It's like, look, I know what it used to be. I hear people talk about the dark web all the time. And I'm like, you know what? I've probably like smacked my face against it a couple of times, but it's not one of those places that I've ever been willing to hang out. And the internet is definitely one of those things. Like I've been down some dark alleys, man. I can say I've been down some dark alleys, but I've never treaded into what the obscenities of what they now call the dark web. Like this place now supposedly has got some crazy dumb shit on it.
And it just keeps getting worse.
Don't know, never been.
I don't know. I've always been a big fan of knowing the environment I'm hanging out in. And so in order to know the environment I'm hanging out in, I thought I had to get to know the dirt a little bit too. and it was true up until a point. Like I've made some really good friends on the dirty side of the internet. There are some actually really cool people over there. Guys,
They're not as fucked up as you would think.
Not all of them.
They know where the fine line is, essentially.
Dude, talking to them in person is really strange.
Yeah, some of those people are just like, after reading some of the stuff, you get like a mental like idea of basically how you think they should sound, and then next thing you know, they hop on there and you're just like, whoa.
That's why one of my favorite all-time memes is, he knows. It's like, oh shit. Pretty good judge of character, though, the people you can come through the dirt with. And on the other side, you're just like, so that was fun, wasn't it?
So are you going to go visit your psychologist tomorrow? Because I know I am.
Yeah. On the way out of there, I was texting him.
Are you available right now?
It's like, I might need a moment.
I've got an emergency.
Yeah, we may need to talk. I'm questioning my space in the universe at this moment.
Is it, you went down that rabbit hole again, didn't you?
Yes. The fun part about it, though, I have to say, is it's on the internet, and that's way more relieving than the curiosity. Like, because of the curiosities I had growing up, is probably why I ended up in that section of the internet. But fortunately for me, it became the internet because I couldn't imagine running into a lot of the real world of some of the shit that is out there on the internet right now.
Oh, dear Lord.
Like the real world shit. I'm glad I'm not a gullible fuck. And people, please don't take that as an insult. Just
I am offended.
Just make yourself smarter is all I can say.
I don't know how.
Yes, please and thank you. Make yourself smarter.
But yeah, make yourself smarter because there don't think that there's not some really strange, bizarre, and unhealthy behavior in people out there.
Did you say
for a second?
Did you say you read an audiobook?
You got it.
I was wanting to, but I was saying something. But I know Thump was saying. I was letting Thump speak, and I was just like, "This motherfucker."
I didn't want to give him the quarter. I wasn't in that order.
You should read yourself an audiobook.
I swear.
I'll have somebody else do it.
Hey man, read this audiobook for me. All right, dude, I guess.
What? Like, if somebody told me, "Hey, read this audiobook," I'd look at them after holding it and being like, "Are what?"
Wait, no. Your only response at that point is if he hands you his tablet, is to hit play.
Yeah.
And hand him his tablet back and be like, "There you go."
If they come back with, "I don't know how to read," then you really have issues.
Yeah, then you got a problem.
What did you hand this back to me for? I told you to read this.
Dude, I don't know how to
what?
read. I never learned how to read. And you just handed me this audiobook and expected me to be able to read it? It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
It's the way it is, though, right?
Oh my god, it's sad that there is actually people out there like that.
Bye, Radioland.
Yeah.
Bye!
That's probably going to be bye for me, gentlemen. I've got a 12-hour day tomorrow.
I actually gotta cook supper before the missus gets home, or I'm gonna get my ASS kicked.
That's probably gonna happen anyway.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna burn dinner and like. I like that is.
I'm like, wow, way to go to make her sound kind of almost like a dominatrix or something a little bit. Like,
it's like, hell yeah, she's gonna pull out that special toy.
fucking done. I'm done tonight. I'm done. I'm out.
All right, YouTube.